Hi, Lemon Nation. I'm Tara Setmayer, and this is the Setmayer Sound Off. Okay, guys, I've been pretty angry about the state of affairs in our country under Trump right now, but can we please talk about what happened last weekend in D.C.? Have you guys seen this? The Trump cult is something else. The audacity of these bastards, I can't. I had a lot to say about this on CNN earlier this week, and it got pretty heated, of course, because Scott Jennings was on the panel. But if you haven't seen those clips, it's worth the watch. You can Google it or follow me on my socials. Do you guys know who Enrico Tarrio is? He's the convicted felon, traitor, former Proud Boys ringleader who helped orchestrate the January 6th attack on our country. This guy? Yeah, well, he was also recently pardoned by Trump. And do you know what he just did? This freaking guy had the audacity to show up with cameras in tow, because it was a spectacle, at the Pro-Democracy Principles First conference last weekend in D.C. And he went there specifically to harass the January 6th officers who defended our democracy that day. Now, Tarrio specifically targeted former MPD officer Michael Fanone, who's a badass, by the way. But this guy was beaten within an inch of his life on January 6th. And what did Tarrio do? He taunts him like a coward, like a man with no shame, no remorse, like the traitor that he is. And Fanone wasn't having it. He wasn't backing down. Take a look at this.
You guys are brave on the sentence here. You shot them. You laughed for I got 22 fucking years. Now you don't even want to look in my eyes. You fucking coward. You were a coward that day. You were a coward after.
Just go home. Just go home. You're a traitor to this country.
Yeah, so are you,
You're a traitor to this country.
You're a fucking traitor, piece of shit. That's why they fired your ass, and that's why your own people turned on you, piece of shit. You ain't the fucking boy over here. You fucking failure.
Go home.
The other one's another fucking failure. A little failure. Run from me, motherfucker. Run from me.
He's not staying in the hotel. He's trespassing.
You fucking piece of shit. Run from me.
Fuck you.
Oh, you can say that while you're over there, motherfucker. You didn't do shit.
Bald-headed bitch.
Good for him. I don't know how he had the restraint not to knock this guy out. But I want to remind people who Tarrio was. This guy was serving 22 years for a seditious conspiracy, okay? He didn't just break a window. He was part of the whole criminal conspiracy to overthrow our freaking government. And guess what? Donald Trump called these people hostages, okay? Hostages. I can't. I cannot. Now, I want to be very clear about this, okay? The insurrectionists on January 6th, they're fucking traitors. They're not patriots. They're not heroes. They're domestic terrorists who tried to overthrow a free and fair election. They tried to overthrow our government for a wannabe dictator who refuses to accept reality. Trump pardoned every last one of them, 1,600 plus. And if that doesn't piss you off, it should. Now, I'm the proud granddaughter of a police captain, and I'm the wife of a federal officer. So for me, this is very personal. We need to do right by our law enforcement officers, especially the ones who defended the Capitol on January 6th. Harry Dunn, Aquilino Ganell, Michael Fanone, Daniel Hodges, you've seen them speak out publicly. Every single one of those pardons Trump gave is a slap in the face to law enforcement officers who held the line that day like them. It's a signal to this MAGA militia out there, these far-right extremists, that they can do whatever the hell they want because Trump has their backs. Remember, he told them to stand back and stand by. Now, with these pardons, he's telling them, go ahead, do it again. This isn't just rhetoric. It's a battle cry for these bastards. Now, this isn't just about Enrico Tarrio. There are dozens of violent extremist groups out there that Donald Trump, they're their leader. The Oath Keepers, 3%ers, the Patriot Front, the Groypers, the guys that marched the Nazis with the khakis. They don't believe in the rule of law. They don't believe in our democracy. They believe in Donald Trump, and they believe they can use violence. They feel emboldened. They feel invincible now. And why shouldn't they, for God's sakes? Look who's running our government now. He's a convicted felon. Rule of law, be damned. And Republicans, they're just fine with it. Now, you want to add fuel to this fire? You've got this jackass Elon Musk, the unelected billionaire from South Africa, thanks to our tax dollars, who subsidized his failing companies, the welfare queen himself. He's running around pushing dangerous rhetoric about impeaching judges and ignoring judicial orders, for God's sakes. Like, you couple that with people like Tario, they think that they're untouchable. It just creates this toxic stew of a lawless environment. Because when powerful people defy the law without consequence, it erodes the very foundation of our democracy. So where does it end? Are we heading toward a civil war in America? I don't know. Because history tells us that when extremists are given permission to act without consequence, it escalates quickly. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, we've got two more dangerously unqualified, vindictive men now running the FBI. Kash Patel was confirmed by the Senate, and now Dan Bongino, picked by the president to be the number 2. Now, this guy has openly targeted journalists, dismantling the deep state, weaponizing the government against Trump's political enemies. That's just Kash Patel, okay? The guy promised retribution. He's not hiding this. He brags about it. And Trump has now handed him the keys to the nation's most powerful law enforcement agency, the preeminent law enforcement agency in the world. That's not law and order. It's authoritarianism. It's cronyism. And then there's Dan Bongino, who's made an entire career out of peddling right-wing conspiracy theories, attacking liberals as enemies, calling liberals pussies and everything else, spewing extrajudicial nonsense about taking back the country by any means necessary. He goes on these rage rants all the time on his shows. He openly fantasizes about purging the government of anyone who isn't a MAGA loyalist. This guy's the number 2 now at the FBI. He had a badge before. He was Secret Service and a police officer, but that was a long time ago. So now we're going to give him the power of the FBI? Are you kidding me? Guys, this is like a 5-alarm fire. I know we say this a lot, but it's true. Because we're watching the normalization of political violence and of retribution. We're watching extremists infiltrate the highest levels of our government with power. And we're watching the rule of law just be trampled on by a twice impeached, 4-time indicted frickin' criminal who's acting like a dictator. This isn't a drill. It isn't. If we don't stop this now, if we don't call this madness out now, if we don't hold the enablers accountable, then we may not recognize our country in a few years. Shit, it might be less than that at this rate. So make no mistake, folks, we are in the fight of our lives. Now is not the time to stay on the sidelines. That's it. That's this week's Setmayer Sound Off. And if you have a law enforcement member of your family, give them a hug, say thank you, or thank a cop. They deserve better. If you want to hear more from me, be sure to check out my Seneca Project show, The Stakes, with my wonderful co-founder of the Seneca Project, Michelle Kinney. We do it every Thursday live at 7:30 on YouTube. And also, guess what? If you want more from me, I've started a Substack. It's called Uncompromised with Tara Setmayer. So go check that out too. Be sure to like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe Don Lemon's network here. And I will see you next week for the Setmayer Sound Off.
Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.